The market is hot and the bidding wars are getting tougher by the day. Today I will share with you some tips on how you can win a bidding war. Hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more real estate tips. Hi, I am Salwa Anwarali, a real estate agent in Toronto, and I want to make your real estate dreams come true. The market today is fast and deals are closing in just minutes. Yes, that's right, minutes. If you are looking to purchase a house, and if you really like the house, you could potentially lose it if you don't put in the right offer. If you're looking for a seller to accept your offer, then you must watch these tips for winning a bidding war on a house you really want. Trust me, there are multiple offers coming in for a property just after one day of showing. So if you really want your offer to stand out, you need the sellers to lean more towards your offer, then these tips are going to make or break that deal. Stay tuned till the end because I have a bonus tip that will help you get the upper hand. Now let's not waste any time and get into the 7 tips that will make you win a brutal bidding war. Tip number 7, a high deposit. Back in the day, deposits used to be anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000. As the market has heated up in the Greater Toronto area, deposits are becoming very important in making a seller decide whether they will take your offer or not. 5% of the purchase price has become the general norm. Make sure you have a solid 5% deposit amount that is earnest money showing your intention to close on that property. The sellers are able to see this hefty amount on that offer and understand that you guys are serious buyers. Even if your purchase price is low, your offer price is low, but the deposit number is high, it can make them lean more towards your offer. Tip number 6, add an escalation clause. Do you want to sweeten up the deal even more? An escalation clause can help you do just that. Escalation clauses are something that you should discuss in very much detail with your realtor, but what it does is allows you the opportunity to up your offer by $5,000, $10,000 to $20,000 up to your discretion, but it allows you the opportunity to not lose the purchase by just $20,000, for example. Say you put in an offer for $1.3 million, but there is another offer on the table for $1.3 million and $20,000. Adding an escalation clause lets the seller know that I am willing to go up $20,000 more in case there is another offer of that amount. If all of the other criteria are met, the sellers can choose to come back to you and say, we would like to practice the escalation clause and take your offer. This way, you don't have the regret of losing out on a property for just $20,000 when you were willing to give $20,000 based on your escalation clause. Tip number 5. Take the property as is. Taking the property as is means you are not going to do a home inspection. This will make the sellers feel like you're very serious and are willing to take on the property as is without them having to worry about the results of an inspection or any other issues that might arise until the property is ready for ownership by the new buyers. This makes it very easy for the sellers to get comfortable in taking your offer because they feel that you are serious about the purchase and are not going to take any other delays or find loopholes to get out of the deal. Point number 4, choosing not to do an appraisal. Appraisals have become more and more important in the Greater Toronto area market because market fluctuations have resulted in the home prices being very different from what they were maybe a year ago. Putting in an appraisal clause ensures that the buyer is paying not above market value for that property. By eliminating the appraisal clause, the buyer is pretty much telling the seller that even if the appraisal comes in a little lower than what I am offering, I'm going to take ownership of that difference and take care of it out of pocket. Again, this is one of those clauses that talk in depth with your realtor to understand if it makes sense for you, because if you're buying a property for $1.3 million and the bank appraises the property at $1.2 million, then you, the buyer, are going to be in charge of bridging that gap of $100,000 towards the purchase, as the bank is not going to fund you for that appraisal gap. Point number 3, do not put in a low-priced offer. If you really want to win that bidding war, put in an offer of something that is your absolute best offer. It's not going to help negotiate when there is multiple offers coming on one property. You might lose the opportunity to be considered completely if you put in a low-priced offer. Work with a realtor to understand the comparables the market value of the particular home you're interested in and go in very strong if you wish to win that bidding war. Tip number 2, pre-approved isn't enough. Make sure you get pre-qualified. A lot of banks work with you to get a pre-approval letter based on the numbers that you provide them about your income and down payment numbers. But that is not enough in this kind of a market. Make sure you are pre-qualified. Make sure that the mortgage partner you are working with has inputted all the numbers, verified all your documents, and given you a solid commitment on the purchase price you are approved for based on the down payment and all of the numbers that you have provided. Sometimes it is beneficial to add that pre-qualification commitment letter from the bank to your offer to make the sellers feel comfortable that you have done your homework and your due diligence to make sure you are ready to make that purchase. Tip number 1, be fast, be furious. When you see the home that you really like, there is usually a timeline that you have to follow to present an offer. Make sure you do not miss that deadline and are working really fast, move like a cheetah to make that offer presented. But in some instances, there is a possibility for you to ask the seller's agent if they would be able to take a preemptive offer. If you really like that property and if it fits all your boxes and you have done all the due diligence to make sure you can make that purchase, you can sometimes get the permission to present a preemptive offer. If your preemptive offer is accepted, then the seller chooses to take your offer and cancel the offer presentation altogether. This can help you move past going through a bidding war, but getting an offer accepted preemptively because your offer was strong and the seller was comfortable enough to move forward with it. In order to do that, you have to work with an agent that can guide you with all of the right numbers and due diligence in place that can make you not have any regrets later on. Thank you for staying till the end to watch my video. As promised, here is the bonus tip. A lot of times during a bidding war situation, you can get your agent to contact the seller's agent to find some valuable information that might not be price related. This can make your offer stand out even more. For example, if the seller's agent tells your agent that we are very interested in receiving offers that have a closing day of 30 days as opposed to 60 or 90 days, because it's very important to the sellers to get out of that home in 30 days because they already have another home that they have purchased, or they have to move out of town in 30 days, for example. Other than the price, the 30-day closing date can tip your offer more towards the favorable side. So even though you put in an offer a little bit lesser than what the sellers would have wanted, they will appreciate the fact that you are willing to close for them in 30 days. If you gained something of value, then please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel to support me to learn more real estate tips. My name is Salwa Anwarali, a real estate agent in Toronto, and here is my contact information if you have any questions about real estate.